Hey, it's Callan from Authentic Lifestyle Design, and today I want to talk to you about how to lose weight fast. Right, here's how you do it. You don't eat as much food and you exercise regularly. End of video. Peace out. Enjoy. I'm just kidding. So, what you do, I'm not completely kidding to be honest, that is how you lose weight, but obviously there's more to it, okay? Losing weight is very mental. You really have to think about it. It's in your mind, you know. A lot of weight loss is just your thoughts and your discipline to be able to carry out strategies, right? That'll allow you to lose that weight. And there's some things to be aware of on that journey. So the first thing is that your diet is essential, okay? If you're trying to lose weight, it's not just the amount of food you eat, it's also the foods you eat. There's some foods that burn faster than other foods, but overall, it's not just about losing weight either. That's a thing, like how to lose weight, but it should kind of be reframed to how to have a more healthy lifestyle, or how to be more healthy, because that at the end of the day is what you should be after, okay? I mean, the quickest way, technically, to lose weight would be to fast, to just eat nothing and just to not eat at all. And you would notice your fat would just fall off, but as well as that, your health would deteriorate or your muscle would fall off too, and you just wouldn't be the best approach for most people, okay, to just stop eating for a month and burn through all their fat. It's not the most healthy approach. So it's not necessarily losing weight as quickly as possible that you're after. It's losing weight healthily and then keeping that weight off. And that's not just a diet. That's not just a temporary shift of going, oh, I'm going to be healthy. No, it has to be a lifestyle change. Otherwise, you'll just yo-yo, which means you'll just lose weight and put it back on, and you'll do that over and over again, okay? And that's not going to get you anywhere either. What's the point of losing the weight if you're going to put it back on in a month? So what you need to do is to look at your diet, look at the food you're eating, look at the amount you're eating, and look if you're ever fasting, right? Because essentially what fat is it's storage, it's stored energy. So your body's trained in a way where food wasn't always that abundant. So as humans, we're programmed that when there is a heap of food, we eat it all and we put on weight, so that when some famine comes, we actually have energy stored to get us through the famine until we can eat again. Now, obviously now that's not how it is, but that's how our brain's built, and that's what we have to be aware of. So what you need to do is you need to focus on how to lose this weight, okay? Because your body's trained to put the weight on, it's trained and conditioned to do that. So you need to make your body burn through that excessive fat. And the ultimate best way to do that is by fasting. So there's a technique called intermittent fasting, which is where you only eat, say, in a 6-hour window each day. Things like that are personally what I do and what I'd recommend to anyone. So for example, if you want to lose weight fast but still be healthy, you can do a thing where you just eat dinner. That's the only meal you have a day. It can be a big dinner, you know, it can be a really big filling, hearty meal, but all you do is you eat dinner. Breakfast and lunch and snacks and all this, not on, okay? The next thing is you have to stop snacking. If you're snacking, you know, if you're just eating throughout the day all the time and your metabolism is constantly going and you're absorbing food, then you've got to think about that too, because snacking is probably one of the most high things that's going to lead to weight gain. Now, another one is you have to look at your body type, because some body types put weight on more easily than others, okay? So there's usually three. There's an endomorph, there's a mesomorph, and there's an endomorph, all right? Endomorph are like your skinny people that can eat anything and they're not going to put weight on, or it's not going to look like they put weight on. It's still not healthy. It's not going to be good for their body, but they won't actually show very much fat. That's your ectomorph. Next up, you've got a mesomorph. Now, they're kind of in the middle. They're a bit more stocky and a bit more broad, and a mesomorph will actually put on weight more easily than the ectomorph, and you'll see that. They won't be able to get away with as much of their diet. Then you've got endomorphs, and the endomorph essentially puts on weight very easily. And if you're an endomorph, you've kind of drawn the genetic short straw of weight gain, because you'll gain weight more easily than other people. Also, women generally can gain weight more easily than men. So, and not so much when they're young, but as they get older. So that's something for women to pay attention to. And you need to really look into all of this, right? If your body type is one where you gain weight really easily, you need to adjust your diet according to that, okay? And it comes down to the 80-20 principle. 80% of the time you should be eating healthy, good food. And then 20% of the time you can spoil yourself and eat some junk and eat whatever, right? Put all that into consideration, and from there, you can actually start to devise a plan on how to lose weight. And again, my recommendation is fasting and only eating dinner. So the only meal you eat in the day is dinner. Just doing that, you'll lose weight. But again, most people don't have they don't have the discipline to do it. That's the truth. That's why 60% of the population are overweight in most Western countries, because people don't have that discipline. They can't tell their brain no. They don't have the discipline to stop. Okay. Now, if you want to fuel it, if you have the discipline to only eat dinner and you want to fuel your weight loss, the next thing you can do is to do intense exercise in the morning. So the best combination is to do some cardio, some active exercise like that, and some strength, because the cardio burns fat short term during the exercise, and then strength training actually burns fat more long term for the muscle development. All right. And you don't just want to lose fat, you want to have muscle. Muscle's important. You know, people are thinking I'm going to get huge if I go and lift weights for a month. It doesn't work like that. You want to have a healthy level of muscle. That's just how it is. So if you want to lose weight quick, eat one meal a day, which should be dinner, because then that gives you a massive 18-hour, 19-hour window for your body to be burning all that stored fat, okay? And then exercise in the morning, because what that'll do is it'll burn more energy and that'll accelerate the rate of fat loss. But there's one thing to consider when I'm talking about all this, and this is the thing that stops everyone, which is discipline. People don't have the motivation to do this, so do what you have to do in order to do it. Hire a coach or have an accountability person or have a partner that you exercise with, or do whatever works for you. But it's important, it's so important to have a healthy body, not just for your physical health, but also your mental health. Having weight on can do some pretty bad things to your mental health as well as your physical. And, the correlation between weight and depression is pretty obvious, that it shows that, you don't want to put that weight on. It's just not going to serve you in any way. And you need to have the discipline to lose that weight. I mean, and here's the thing, if you went, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm serious, I'm going to try this right now, and you went, right, I'm only going to eat dinner, no other meals, and I'm going to exercise in the morning, and I'm not just going to go for a quick jog, I'm going to proper exercise, so I'm sweaty, so I'm tired, right? You do that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's going to suck, and you're going to be hungry all the time, and you're going to be miserable, and you're going to have no energy. But that's how long it takes your body to kind of shift across. But when it does, it goes into ketosis and it moves all over. And then all of a sudden your body says, well, I'm not getting the nutrients I need. I'm going to have to start burning through this fat. I'm going to have to start burning through this stored energy. Once your body starts doing that, you'll notice gradually that weight will come off. And then you just keep eating dinner. You keep doing that until you're your desired weight, whatever that is. And then you reintroduce other meals. And from this point, you just eat normally. You eat moderate portions. You don't snack. You don't eat an abundance of unhealthy foods. And you maintain that. And then you weigh yourself and you check your health, because generally if you put weight on, your body keeps that memory, the same as it keeps memory when you build muscle. So if you've put weight on and you've allowed yourself to get fat at some point, then when you get skinny, you'll actually gain the weight more easily than someone that was never fat to begin with. So getting fat actually makes it harder to stay skinny, because your fat cells, they don't actually disappear, they shrink. You can get surgeries where they'll actually remove the fat cells, which can work for some people, but the fat cells don't actually disappear. Once they're there, they just shrink. And therefore, if you eat bad food, they can grow again far more easily. So there's a bit of motivation to stay skinny if you've never actually been overweight. That once you are overweight, it's harder to keep skinny. On top of that, I mean, they're the fundamentals, and that's the thing, it's discipline. And then when you come back to being skinny, you reintroduce healthy foods into your diet gradually. And you just weigh yourself. If you notice you're starting to get a bit of weight on, then you catch it early and you just go back to what I'm saying. You just go back to eating less, exercising, and you keep it off like that. And it's a constant balance. It's constantly being in balance with where you want to be. And if you have the discipline to do that, that's amazing, because again, most people don't. Unfortunately, in this world we live in, most people don't even have the discipline to keep skinny. And that's why the world is where it is. So try it. Don't eat dinner. Sorry. So try it. Only eat dinner. Exercise in the mornings. Burn your weight off. You'll have 2 or 3 weeks of really hating it, and then you'll get used to it. Then when you're your desired weight, you essentially introduce a healthy, balanced diet and monitor your weight from there. And don't let yourself get big, because you'll notice as you start to. Catch it early. It's the same as if you're sick. If someone diagnosed you with cancer, you'd want to treat that early. You wouldn't leave it and let it fester and get worse, would you? You want to treat that illness as quickly as possible, because obesity, if it gets to a level where you're too big, where you're obese, that's technically an illness. And you don't really want to be there. It's not going to serve you in your life. It's not going to be good for your health. It's not going to be good for you in really any way. So if you gained any value from this video, and again, it's simpler than you think it is. And the reason the dieting industry is so huge is because people lack the discipline, and they're buying products and they're thinking, oh, this one will give me the option. This one will show me what to do. And it turns out that doesn't. And it's not even that the program doesn't work. It's that the person usually opts out of the program, or they just can't be bothered to do it. So try your best. If you're watching this, try your best to lose weight. Try your best to burn it off. And do it. Do it for yourself. It doesn't even matter for other people. Do it for you. Do it because you'll feel so much better. Because feeling healthy is going to be a better feeling than any food you could possibly eat. And if you've been overweight for a decade, you've probably completely forgotten how it felt to be skinny. So that's even more motivation. So go for it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Comment, share it with someone you think it'll help, and guarantee this video will help a lot of people, because again, 60% of people in the West are overweight. And overall, peace out and enjoy the rest of your day.